Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you, thanks for Alan and Ray inviting me to share my company. And as Alan said, I'm a CityU graduate, and at that time, I joined CityU. It's still not a university, a polytechnic. It became university during my graduation, so I got extra credit. So what I'm trying to say, first of all, is I would like to introduce what we do here. My company, Zetakey, is in Science Park since 2009, 11 years. And what we do is very hot topic called IoT, but in fact, we don't start with IoT. You can see we don't have a lot of product. Actually, we will say we only have 3 products, but in fact, it's just one product. What it means, we start from a team of senior guy, meaning 40 something, 40 years old. We start the company. So we gain a lot of experience, or I would say skill or software skill expertise in programming. We is a team building browser software for feature phone. I don't think any of you guys really use so-called feature phone, a phone with just grandma phone with some simple Java game on it. At that time, we built software for those manufacturers such as Motorola, Samsung, LG. They are not building software. Actually, they're building the phone. At that time, the software are provided by software manufacturer like us. We build browser, we build virtual machine, we build messaging for those we call feature phone company. Then the story began. iPhone coming to the world. Steve Jobs said, "Internet is internet, so there's no more mobile internet." So the internet become a typical what you're using right now. And we found internet is all over the place, and start from moving from consumer to industry. So all those industrial device, you will not come across barcode reader in the warehouse, the panel next to the heavy manufacturing machine. All those devices are now using kind of connected solution. They need a software modified browser running in those machines and connected to the server. And that's the story. We're selling browser for manufacturer. And the company keep on focusing on we call enterprise software, because enterprise is not that sexy. I mean, for consumer, it's not like iPhone, but every industry, every market need to digitize their solution, digitize their business. That's why we provide this kind of, we call IoT solution. And in a recent project, we even interface with facial recognition. We have integration with robotic, even kind of palm recognition. A lot of AI data analysis software will be integrated with our solution. So what's the challenge we are trying to solve? A company, in other end, meaning you need to solve a kind of pain point or challenge that the industry have. And for IoT, very obvious, there's an interoperability problem. If you're Apple fans, you have iPhone, you have Mac, you have Apple TV, all under Apple brand. But for industry or enterprise, you seldom trust only one vendor, seldom trust only one technology. You have to deploy different kind of solution technology into your business to make it more productive. And in terms of IoT, different communication technology are the headache to the industry. You have 5G coming, you have kind of NB-IoT, you have even Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and even industry, they have their own communication protocol. They have, you may heard of Modbus, even serial port, even I2C. Those devices are still running in their business. So how you connect them together to operate your business. Another thing is security. IoT, meaning you have internet part, and which means you open door to all kind of hacking, and there's news to hack the pipeline, to hack the subway. There's a lot of hacking going on. Why? Because IoT, I would say the traditional industry, or not legacy industry, they only focus on local system. They don't have the exposure to internet. But now, with the exposure of connectivity, they have to have internet connectivity. Then they are not really prepared for that kind of overwhelming attack. So building IoT system, meaning you have to have security in mind, all from low layer to your server or even any touch point to your system. So another challenge is capacity. There's no IoT business in the world. IoT is a technology applied to all kind of industry. So IoT is a tool. So I'm not selling IoT. Actually, I'm selling, we call digitization. So you have a lot of party involved in IoT project or initiative. You have device, say sensor, equipment. You have server. You have infrastructure. You have user, mobile app. There's a lot of party, stakeholder to build a big system. Of course, not to mention when you go up, when the business grow, you have velocity, you have a data problem. So, in very simple term, consultant, even leading consultant, they mentioned just one word to explain what we're doing, is digitization. Every business will impact by digitization. And the journey is to merge operation technology to IT. My side, I'm leaning to IT side. So say lift company or in healthcare industry, they are operation technology, but we are bringing them to IT. Of course, they use iPad, right? They know computer, but how to digitize their business, how to turn the operation into IT, they need to have another skill. So this is what we do, a bit technical, but just bear with me. Start from the one end is the device. You have all the system. Sensor, equipment, machine, and there's a edge computing device we call gateway to bring those physical, touchable items to the IT world. And then we have server. So it is really simple to understand, from physical to virtual. And we turn our browser technology, our understanding in software and enterprise, to IoT solution in just 3 years. And these are the names they use our solution. And because industry or enterprise, they do have problem. They do need to digitize their solution. So it's within a very short period of time we got a lot of project or even trial and to help them. There's some deployment to show you. It is quite interesting. Start from air quality, what you are living, breathing here, and to data center, to healthcare, and to lift system, the building. What we're offering to our customer is kind of because as I said, they're enterprise, they're industry. What we are offering is, I cannot just walk in, I offer you IoT. There's no such thing, internet thing to them. And you are offering kind of consultation service, help them to integrate what they have, what they want to, and turn into a process or business they can rely on. So I won't go through the details, a lot of technical, but to us, we are, even I'm an electronic engineer, but I don't build hardware. The IoT, or we call the edge computation device, is a software, we call gateway, and in fact it's a trick. There's no physical gateway we are selling. We are selling the software running on a gateway. Let them have a tangible imagination, is something inside to touch a device, and that's the kind of computation device. It can range from very low end. If you try some kind of maker, you've already touched a Raspberry Pi, but all the way to heavy industrial GPU power machine. So that's we call gateway. In terms of the physical stuff, you can imagine there's a lot of sensor, there's a lot of actuator, and RFID, we call label. For particular industry, they have unique kind of sensor, so like weather, healthcare, air quality, or water quality. One interesting area, healthcare. You see all kind of blood monitor, SpO2 for COVID to measure your oxygen level, or a tiny device, and they all built in with connectivity. So those are ideal candidates to integrate with our system. So I will share quite a number of examples how they use our technology. One we call Smart Mobility, which is a Leap company. They apply technology. They build a complete integrated solution with, of course, our ID card, the SS card, and with facial recognition, and then QR code or mobile application. So there's a diagram. It's similar to the first one I showed you. This edge side, you have the lift system, the whole lift system. You have facial recognition system. You have the application, the QR code system. Then we connect to what we call the gateway, and then turn it to the platform. And we are not really building the facial recognition algorithm, but we deploy or bring in latest technology. So we still need to do the testing, tuning, bring that technology to the platform. And with the integration, same camera can understand QR code, so you can show your face or just the QR code. And with the interface available, other company can use the same interface to control the lift system, like robot. And this was deployed in 19W. And we are working with customer to bring in IT card, not in Hong Kong, but maybe in Hong Kong, in Malaysia, the IT card with an IC chip. So the people can slot in their ID card to get access. And with palm, you can put your hand over the device to provide more security. Another application is Smart City. So this one, we are not building all this. We just provide the integration with air quality sensor and the API from weather station and bus information. So this is in MOT demonstrating. So healthcare, I think last speaker mentioned there's a lot of healthcare concern or demand, and as people aging. So, but another thing is the healthcare or hospital, they are still using very legacy paper-driven recording system. So this is time during COVID. Everybody know you need to digitize. You need to bring in more efficient workflow. We start from tiny, small healthcare gadget. This is one. Definitely not me, it's stronger. With a tiny Bluetooth sensor stick to your chest to monitor the ECG. And now we are building, we're integrating hospital-grade equipment to the system. And this for nurse, what we do is digitize all those nursing form, assessment form to IT system. Plus, we provide the integration with the equipment, the healthcare blood pressure monitor. So the nurse don't need to really write down the number. They just take the data from that machine. So at the end, a quick sharing of the platform. You can server side is more for IT. It go back to IT industry, computer science, information technology. With the concern, with the design concern is the data is crucial, high speed. You need to have privacy and security in mind. So we integrate with a lot of platform and using different platform to build a dashboard. And these are typical dashboard from them. And I would like to share this one. This is from one of our customers, from their designer. This is for IAQ, air quality, but do you recognize the number? No. This is the mic different from a designer to engineer. We always put the number first, but they prefer the color, not the number. And of course, when there's time to show data, you show marketing material. There's a video playing along the data. And eventually, we believe IoT is a community solution. It's not just by one company. Everyone can join or contribute to what we call IoT community. So that's my presentation.